Welcome, folks, to another Game Hoarder production! I am so happy to bring to you the legend of Grimrock! We've been waiting for a while for this now. I actually have to go to my second job here in a little bit, so I'm going to at least post one video before I leave. The creation of the characters, and a little bit of romping around the beginning dungeon. Yes, let's get started, shall we? Now here you can choose to go to old school mode, which turns off the auto mapping, and you can use your grid paper if you pre-ordered it. I'm going to go ahead and leave that off so that we can use the actual auto map just to, save time for video's sake. And we are going to create our own characters. Our first character will be Raw Stock. Alright, he'll be a human fighter. As you can see, it's a very traditional kind of interface that we're using here. We're going to go ahead and pump up his strength some. He'll be a fighter. Fighter are the masters of close combat. They'll train to use a wide variety of weapons and armor. We have Paul Bunyan, some crazy fucker with a mohawk. That dude gets all the chicks. And a couple of hot bitches. Which Ronstock is not. That's probably the closest thing to me in real life anyways. I'm gonna give him some sword power here. As you can see, the different abilities, as they go up in levels, they give you bonuses. Right to the strength +1 there. Let's go ahead and do that. Better yet, this might be better for earlier on creation. We'll do 2 athletics. That gives him +1 strength, and then we'll do +2 armor. That'll give him +1 protection. Do our traits here. We'll go ahead and give him the aggressive trait. So you know I'm aggressive. Aggressive like a motherfucker. And athletic. Maybe we should give him tough. +15 health is pretty good. Yeah, screw it. Alright. Now we're gonna make a Minotaur. Now some people might be thinking, come on, name him Lug-Lug. Name him Lug-Lug, Ronstock. But no, I can't do that to Lug-Lug. Lug-Lug's a fucking half-giant, not a Minotaur. So I'm gonna name him after my old Minotaur Dungeons & Dragons creature. Trog Bullhammer. This is a character I played for many years in the Dungeons & Dragons world. So I will honor Trog. I'm going to make this guy a warhorse tank demon of death. Now, as you can see, his accuracy sucks because of being a Minotaur. They get +5 strength, -4 dexterity, +4 vitality, -3 to willpower. And they actually eat more food than normal. So they're +20% food consumption. So we want to kind of make up for that accuracy a little bit. And then we can pump up some strength and some vitality there. I really don't know crap about this game. There's no clue book or hint book out for it that I know. It was just released today. We're We're gonna give Trog some axe power here. We're just gonna pump him all up into... Well, he only gets one available skill point also. Okay. Well, that's kind of poopy. We'll start on axes. For traits, we're gonna give him the same thing, aggressive and athletic. I like strength and power and doing lots of damage. Next, we are going to make a lizard man. Looks like a bullfrog. This is gonna be our rogue. That looks pretty like looks like a good roguish creature there. It looks shady. We'll call him Slitherix. And we're just gonna pump his dexterity up. That's as much as it'll let us go. Put the rest into vitality. We use mostly bows with him, I think. Let's pump up his missile weapons. We're gonna throw it all into missile weapons. You have assassination, where you can do backstabbing, double damage when attacking enemies from behind. Not sure how often we're gonna actually be able to get behind an enemy, but again, I played the beginning part of this for maybe 10 minutes just to kind of get a feel of what I'm getting myself into. We're gonna give him the thief abilities, so we'll give him agility, which gives him +2 to dex, and probably evasive, +7 to evasion. Or it can be skilled, get more skill points. That's pretty cool. Might not need evasion if he's in the back. Let's go with skill. That's a tough one. If I do skilled, I can pump that out. That gives him another dexterity. And I can get +5 evasion from this right away. I think I'm going to go that route. Finally, we have our insectoid. And yes, he has traveled all the way from Dark Sun just to see us. It's Click Click! I think that's how I spelled it, if not, oh well. He's going to be our mage. Mages, insectoids here mostly keep to themselves and rarely wander in the lands of humankind. It is believed that their knowledge of the arcane is unrivaled. -2 to strength, +1 to dexterity, -2 vitality, and +4 willpower. Also, -15% food consumption, so he'll kind of make up for all the shit that Trog is eating. As you can see, they kind of get a +4 willpower. That makes me want to put them into the mage category. I'll pump up willpower and vitality. Mages shouldn't need much use for strength or dexterity. Pump up spellcraft to 2, that gives them +1 willpower, and then it looks like we get extra spells as we start to go up more. I know, I like fire magic. Traits, alright, we'll do Aura for +15 energy. Strong Mind for another +2 willpower. Gives him a shit ton of starting energy. Let's start the game. Mount Grimrock. A towering spire looms above the clouds, where the rock that has stood tall for ages, longer than histories of men have been written down. It is a desolate place now, only remembered when things need to be discarded and forgotten. In airship struggles to gain altitude as it floats towards the peak. Four prisoners bound by heavy chains emerge from the ship. The court accuses them of terrible treasonous deeds, but by the grace of the king, their crimes shall be forgiven atop Mount Grimrock. Get in the pit yet? Their final trial is at hand. Numerous prisoners have received their pardons here, yet none have returned to live their life in freedom. They are at the very top of the world, and below them only darkness and justice awaits. As they are plunged down the open maw at the peak, their crimes are absolved. Everyone before them has perished in the guts of the mountain, but will you be able to lead them to the dark and to freedom that waits them at the base of Mount Grimrock? First time playing Grimrock, a tutorial is available from the pause menu. Alright, we're going to skip the tutorial for now. And kind of get right into the game. Now, as you can see, you have to take torches from the sconces here. Choose your fate, perish in this cell, or pick up the torch. Well, we'll go ahead and pick up the torch. Perishing kind of sucks. Hopefully I'll be able to find a lot of the secrets. Let's just go over the interface real quick before we get started too much here. As you can see, we have our character screen where we can put headpiece, armor piece, legs, boots, bracelers, cloaks, necklace. It kind of goes over each of the different things here. There's a lot of cool things that I saw about this early on, and we'll be going over those. Up here you have your sleep. You have your auto map here, which is very nice. You can just type in different notes here, you know, whatever, and then it'll keep your note there. Right clicking will disable the note. So for instance, we could put start, and now we have a note here. So that's pretty cool. Also goes in the different pages here. Level 1 into the dark is where we are at now. You also have the statistics screen where, again, it goes over in great detail. The attack power, your range power, your traits, your resistance here, the load that you're carrying, your food, sustenance, experience points. And then you have your skills here, which it kind of goes over. As you can see, skill points go up to level 50. That's pretty awesome. Hopefully we'll get a couple characters that are level 50 abilities. And so yeah. So we have all of our different characters here. We're ready to rock. Torches are limited, obviously. We'll be picking them up as we travel. So you want to make sure you pick them up as you go, because you don't want to be left in the dark. Here we have some peasant tunics and some breeches. Now, since Ronstock has a few less hit points than our Minotaur, we'll go ahead and give that to him. There's a cudgel. We'll go ahead and let Trog Bullhammer wield the cudgel, since he is immense strength. He'll probably do some serious damage with it. Now, obviously, the levels are going to start out pretty basic here. Our first good old puzzle. Weighing down the pressure plate. And we have a key that we find here in this alcove. This is all being recorded in 1080p for your viewing pleasure. Now check out this coolness. You get a rock, right? You can stack them, as you can see. You throw the rock. Now all you have to do is run up to the rock. It automatically puts it back in that character's hand. It knows who threw the rock and who to give it back to. That's pretty badass. If I do say so myself. And I do. There's also a statistics screen here. Oh, and you can also pan the camera around to look for different secrets. Yeah, so I'll probably end up missing all kinds of shit, unfortunately. And then as soon as you let go of the pan, it automatically moves to the next correct square, because this is on a tile-based move system. Loose rock. I already knew where that was, but it stuck out a little bit. You can actually close the walls here. You have the statistics here, which is pretty cool. It shows your playtime, monsters killed, items found, secrets found. I guess there's 0 out of 71 secrets. There's plenty of secrets there. Treasures. I guess these are like super treasures, since there's only 7 of them. Looks like 2 rum. We can find 16 of his notes. Skulls found. Iron doors open. Tiles moved. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Shit. There was a different trait I wanted for my Minotaur. His attack power goes up for the more skulls that he carries. I'll have to recreate him and redo this. Actually, I think I already have them saved anyway, so. Yeah, the Minotaur gets a different trait where every skull he carries in his backpack makes him even more stronger. And I just picked that because I thought, hey, that's fucking badass. Now, unfortunately, torches do not stack. But I have a feeling with doing all the exploration I'm going to be doing and kind of like looking around a lot, we're going to burn through some torches. Hopefully we won't be left in complete darkness. Here's our first creature. It's a snail slug. We'll open up with a can of whoop ass on that rock. Boom! And we get some snail slices. Tasty. That's food that we can use. Alright, here we have some boots. Leather braid. We'll go ahead and just give these to the Minotaur. And a knife. You can notice on the mini-map here as well that since we didn't have a torch in the starting room, it didn't actually show us the walls. The more torchlight you have, I think the more adjacent squares it shows you. But don't quote me on that. Oh, there's a throwing knife. Couple snails down there. I haven't actually figured out any of the spells yet. I'll try to do that by next video. Guess we could do the old eye holder trick. Might as well utilize it for now. Save that health. Uh-oh. What's he doing there? Got attacked from behind there. That would have been a good backstab, I guess. Guess the slower creatures have a slower turning speed. And you can see he picks his dagger back up, which actually looks like it was stuck in the snail. You can't pick it back up until you actually defeat the creature. That's actually pretty cool. That's a little bit more realistic than the dagger hurting the creature and then bouncing off of his skin. And he picks his rock back up too as well. Very cool system. I definitely applaud Almost Human for adding that feature into the game. Loincloth. Some sandals. Baked maggot. And another rock. We'll give that to him. Slitherix can also wear the loincloth. Oh, I see here. Attack power +1, willpower -1. Only the most self-confident of warriors can be seen on the battlefield wearing nothing but the loincloth. The loincloth of doom. Can't really stack food either. So that loincloth is kind of a magic item, I guess. Or whether it's either with that or it's just an item that has bonuses and negatives. It's the first one we found of that. It's also the first one that kind of has a little blurb attached to it, which I'll be reading all those for you guys. Alright folks, well unfortunately I have to fucking stop the video and go work. I'll be back and I'll be creating as many videos of this as possible tonight. So stay tuned for more Legend of Grimrock!